What's up, everybody? It's me, Vinnie Langdon, and a brand new episode of the Vinnie Langdon Show starts now. All right, well, you may know him from playing with bands like Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie, but today he's on the Vinnie Langdon Show to talk about his band, The Creatures. Please welcome John Five. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. A rainy day here today, but hey, it's all right.
All right.
Yeah, so first off, let my viewers know about this band lineup and how The Creatures formed.
Well, I was doing, after I left Marilyn Manson, I put out a instrumental record called Vertigo, and, that just kind of started the whole thing, and people were like, really into this record. So I was like, and I kind of just did the record for fun, because no one really knew I could play, anything but, Dope Show or something like that, Beautiful People. So, and I loved, bluegrass and all this crazy guitar work. So the album just really blew up, and I've been making records since like 2004. And, now I'm on tour, and people just really, really enjoy this John Five and the Creatures thing I'm doing. So, because I do it it's for the love of the guitar and the love of music, and it's totally from the heart. And I think people can see that, and I think that's one of the reasons they really dig it.
Right. Well, you've been busy, and you worked on this new album called Season of the Witch, and like you said, it's all instrumental, and it's ranging, from Western-like tracks to heavy metal to some Spanish guitar riffs, and nowadays, I think, we're so used to the 21st century tools that are given to us, from the iPod days to now Spotify and Pandora, where, 1 minute we might be listening to someone like Celine Dion, and the next song we'll be listening to a country track, and the next it might be a 80s hair metal. I mean, we're so accustomed to that nowadays. So for the album, is that something that you wanted to kind of aim for?
Yeah, I just love music, and I love, all different types of music, and especially great guitar music. And when I saw, like, Hee Haw growing up and all these amazing musicians, I mean, like bluegrass music, it's like, so fast. It's like Slayer, but with like a clean sound, because it's really super fast. And I always loved that when I was a kid. And, I'll listen from anything from, Roy Clark to Slipknot, on a daily basis. And when I play live, it's just these kids are getting introduced to all this different music. And that's one of the main reasons I do this, is to hopefully inspire some people on the way. And people love it, man. They're coming out in droves.
That is awesome. Well, you're currently on the road right now, and you almost been out on the road for almost a whole month already now, right?
Yeah, it's been it's crazy. It's crazy because we play pretty much every day, so everything just kind of blurs together. It just seems like one long day.
That's good, doing what you love. Well, I'm curious about this album a little bit more, because obviously they are instrumental tracks, and it's kind of like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Was it the music, or did you say, I'm going to write a title like Behind the Nut Love and come up with something that is similar to the title? How'd that work for you?
It's definitely the music that comes first, and like, for instance, Behind the Nut Love, it's a slower song, but the reason I call it that is all the strings are bent behind the nut of the guitar. And, it's really a cool little technique if you see the video and all that stuff. It's so that's where the title came from. And, song like Guitars, Tits, and Monsters, three of my favorite things, and so all the titles mean something. It's cool.
That's awesome. Now, when you're on stage, we notice that you're always wearing face paint and makeup. And how often do you change that, and what does it mean to you?
Well, this is all entertainment, and I'm using all these experiences from my own experiences. Like when I would, like with Zombie, like if we walk into an arena or a show or something like that, and people are like, oh, there they are. But then when we walk out of the dressing room all made up, that's when all the cameras go off, and that's when all the, chaos starts. So I'm like, well, that's what people want to see. And, it's all entertainment. And I love that. I've been doing that, my favorite band with Kiss, well, pretty much still is. But, back in the day. And, I love that stuff. I always have ever since I was a teeny kid. I've dug it. So it's great. I really enjoy it. A lot of people say, hey, because I play all this different styles of music and all these, things. But some people like the makeup, some people don't. But you know what? I enjoy it, and it's who I am, and it's real, and I think that's more important than anything else.
Nice. Now, when someone like yourself, when you picked up the guitar for the first time, and, you probably looked up to bands like the Monkees and Hendrix and Eddie Van Halen, but now, as an experienced guitarist, touring with, various bands that you've worked with, is there somebody now that you kind of say, well, I like to improve my skills so I can, you pick up from different influences now?
Absolutely. I'm always looking for different influences. It's so important. I mean, if you can find someone that's really going to inspire you, oh my God, that's like one of the greatest gifts you can get. And I really search, and I search on Instagram, search on YouTube, but there's a lot of great stuff that I pick up from there. And but just like anybody, not me, I mean, being inspired is sometimes the most important thing that you can find is inspiration, because it could change your life forever. Like, you could find something or hear something or see something that could change your life for the rest of your life, and I think that's such a cool thing.
Nice. Well, you have a music video out for a couple of your songs, and when you did the one for Here's to the Crazy Ones, you were kind of doing a little Planet of Apes theme, and everyone can go view it on YouTube. We'll have it in the description. And are you a collector of the Planet of Apes comics, or were you really big on the movies, or what?
Yeah, I love the movies. I love the TV show, and I just thought it was such an interesting thing back, when I was a kid. And I watch them still today. But I'm not a collector. I only collect old Kiss stuff, believe it or not, because that's what I did when I was a kid. Everything's from when you're a kid. Everything we do, everything that we enjoy, we're all little kids, but we just kind of try to behave a little bit better.
Well, speaking of Kiss, are you working right now with Paul Stanley, the star child of Kiss, on a new album?
No, I wrote a song for him a while back, and I just played on Ace's last record, and no, I'm just good pals with them, but no writing right now with them.
Okay, gotcha. And lastly, you have a show coming up on Monday, April 10th in Sellersville, Pennsylvania, close to Allentown.
Which I'm psyched about.
Yeah, so if anyone's out there listening from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, or even down in Maryland, come on out. And tickets are available online. They can go through john-5.com or look up the Sellersville Theater. And what can fans expect? I mean, with this tour that you guys are doing, is it a multiple lineup? Are you doing a half-hour set?
No, we're playing, about an hour, 10, 15 minutes, hour 10, hour 15, something like that. And it's a great show. People love this show. It's kind of like an instrumental Alice Cooper show. All sorts of cool stuff happens, and I think that show is almost sold out, so you got to grab some tickets quick. But we are really, really excited to get over there.
Well, John, thanks for calling in today, and we wish you best of luck with the show and the rest of the tour. And if people want, more information or, look up your videos online, the best place to go is john-5.com, right?
That's right.
All right, man. Well, great talking to you. And for everybody else that's watching the Vinnie Langdon Show, if you want to see more interviews and exclusive performances, head over to VinnieLangdonShow.com. And, John, we'll see you later.
Thank you, man.